What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, I'm going to need my credit because I was one of the first people, the first person, that felt like this fight could materialize and that undefeated three-division world champion, former junior welterweight undisputed world champion, currently the undisputed welterweight world champion, who is widely recognized as the number one best pound-for-pound fighter in the world, and Terence "Bud" Crawford, who is now 40 wins, no loss, no draw, 31 big wins by way of knockout. He is 35 years of age, 5'8", with a 74-inch arm reach. With that said, Terence Crawford has now confirmed that he is willing to go beyond the limitations that he recently placed on himself as far as weight goes. He started his career at 130 pounds, was a champion at 135, 140, and 147. He initially stated that his highest weight that he'll possibly go up to is junior middleweight, 154 pounds. Terence Crawford is coming off the biggest win in his career as he dominated former unified three-belt WBA, WBC, IBF, welterweight world champion, superstar boxer, who is top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and Earl "The Truth" Spence Jr. Earl Spence Jr. is now 28 wins, 1 loss, no draw, 22 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach and a natural southpaw. This was a highly anticipated fight if there ever were one. This was supposed to be on paper a 50-50 fight if there ever were one. And it turned out to be anything but that. As Terence Crawford absolutely dominated the fight. Dropped Errol Spence in the second round, dropped him twice in the 7th round, and then stopped him in the ninth round. Okay? Dominating performance. And on top of that, in between that, those rounds, you're talking about the 3rd round, the 4th round, the 5th round, the 6th round. Errol Spence was dominated in those rounds as well. Then he was dropped in the 7th round. Then he got dominated in the 8th round. And then he got stopped in the 9th round. So it was a dominating performance on the part of Terence "Bud" Crawford. And so I told Terence "Bud" Crawford's team, Bernie the Boxer, and his team, that I think that, and this is prior to the Errol Spence fight, that Terence Crawford has the skill set, the talent, to defeat 4-division world champion, Mexican superstar boxer, who's currently the undisputed super middleweight, 168-pound world champion, and widely considered to be the face of the sport of boxing, and is definitely top 5, top 10 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in Saul Canelo Alvarez, who has a record of 59 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, 39 big wins by way of knockout. He is 33 years of age, 5'8", with a 70-inch arm reach. And I told Terence Crawford team this. Told Bernie the Boxer on my channel that Terence Crawford could beat Canelo Alvarez. And he said, "Blue Blood, you're going too far." And now Terence Crawford has responded back to Canelo Alvarez because after he beat Errol Spence, July 29th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, he has set his sights on 3-time junior middleweight world champion, the undisputed junior middleweight world champion, 154-pound superstar, top 5 pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, and Jermell "Ironman" Charlo. Jermell "Ironman" Charlo is 35 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 33 years of age, 5'11.5" with a 73.5-inch arm reach. But Jermell Charlo, Terence Crawford stated he wanted to become undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. Okay, and that would have been the fight that gives him undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. And there's a huge storyline as Jermell Charlo is also trained by well-renowned 2-time trainer of the year, future Hall of Famer Derrick James. He's also close friends, extremely close friends, stablemate and training partner with Errol Spence. So the storyline is huge. But Jermell Charlo decided that for his own legacy, his own career, he was going to dare to be great. And now he's jumping up from 154 to 168 to challenge the very Canelo Alvarez, September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Undisputed versus undisputed. But now the World Boxing Organization has decided that they was going to strip Jermell Charlo of his belt because he didn't honor his mandatory challenge in undefeated Australian star boxer Tim Tszyu. So he chose to jump up and dare to be great to fight Canelo Alvarez, and they stripped him of the belt and have elevated Tim Tszyu. So now Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, the combination started to gain momentum, where the boxing world is starting to clamor to see Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Bud Crawford. And so Canelo Alvarez, in the press conference lead up to this fight with Jermell Charlo, has been asked multiple times about fighting Terence Crawford, to which he stated he's too small, right? I won't get no credit for fighting and beating Terence Crawford. He's too small. But he's fighting a 54-pounder who's just one weight class up from Terence Crawford and Jermell Charlo. Now, physically, he's taller with the same arm reach as Terence Crawford. Now, Terence Crawford has stated on record that he will go to 160 pounds to fight Canelo. Now, he's since changed his tune. As he was featured on Joe Rogan, and Terence Crawford said he's willing to go to 168 now and challenge the winner of Canelo and Jermell Charlo, opposed to waiting for Jermell Charlo, win, lose, or draw, to come down to 54. And he stated it don't make sense because Jermell Charlo is not the undisputed champion anymore. And so now Terence Crawford stated that he's setting his sights on Canelo Alvarez at 168. And Joe Rogan said, well, you mean 160? And he said, no, I mean 168. Imagine how huge that would be. Imagine how big that would be if I could become an undisputed 3-division champion, jump up 3 weight classes, not 2, from 147, skip over 54 and 60 and go to 68, and beat the undisputed champion that's one of the faces of the sport of boxing in today's time and one of the best fighters of this era. Imagine what that would be for my legacy. And Joe Rogan said, yeah, because you'll be considered one of the greatest. He said, I'm already considered that. But imagine what that does if I can jump up and challenge and beat Canelo Alvarez. So, as I told you guys, Canelo Alvarez is not the biggest 168-pounder, 60-pounder, or 54-pounder when he campaigned there, right? And he's definitely not a big 75-pounder. Canelo is 5'8" with a 70-inch arm reach. Terence Crawford is the same height, if not slightly taller, and he has 4-inch arm reach advantage. Canelo Alvarez started his career at 147, right? So he's not the biggest guy. He has broad shoulders, but he doesn't have a big frame. And Canelo Alvarez is successful. He's beaten and became undisputed at 168. He went up to 175, challenged Sergey Kovalev and knocked him out and became a 4-division champion. So Canelo Alvarez dared to be great. He jumped up in weight classes. And Terence Crawford's style. Now is the time because Terence Crawford is 36 next month in September. Floyd Mayweather took on and defeated and gave Canelo Alvarez the first loss of his career. Floyd Mayweather started his career at 130 pounds like Terence Crawford. Now, he fought Canelo at a catchweight at 152 with no rehydration clause. So they actually fought above. Canelo Alvarez was well into 168 fight night. Some even said he was 170 the night of the fight with Floyd Mayweather. He was extremely big, and Floyd Mayweather won every single round because Canelo Alvarez has some glaring holes in his physical makeup. He has extremely slow feet. His reaction time and bending at the waist and slipping punches is good. But when you a mover with long arms, can box, have a jab, and can bang, you're a nightmare for Canelo Alvarez. And so I stated that I believe that Terence Crawford can beat Canelo Alvarez. And now Terence Crawford is willing to take that challenge, regardless of the weight. As he stated, he's willing to go up to 168. He got his sights set on the winner, Jamel Charlo, Canelo Alvarez, September 30th, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena. Great news. But that's all I got for y'all. Let me know what y'all think, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. Do you think Terence Crawford can go to 168 and beat Canelo Alvarez? He is now called Canelo Alvarez's bluff, as Canelo Alvarez stated, if I fight Terence Crawford, he got to come to 168. Well, now Terence Crawford said, I'm willing to come to 168. That's all I got for y'all. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.